Have
Yeah,
you envisioned this book as an animated feature, perhaps for children, a cartoon or a movie or something like that?
definitely. I would love to do that.
You're watching the Spotlight Network, starring Hollywood's
And if
newsman,
you were just trying to get
Logan
your
Crawford.
investigators, they now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now we're celebrating God's creation with an amazing author. Her name is Gloriangeliz Solano, and she has penned a heartwarming children's book. It is called Nature is God's Symphony. This beautifully written book invites young readers to experience nature through the lens of music, where buzzing bees are string players and thunderstorms are dramatic drums, all part of a divine masterpiece rooted in Christian faith and filled with poetic rhythm and vivid imagery. This book nurtures awe, gratitude, and connection to the Creator, reminding children they are a beautiful note in God's eternal song. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today. We thank the team for helping us put her on TV today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. Gloriangeliz, thank you so much for joining me here today.
It's a pleasure.
You've done wonderful work with this book. How did you come up with the idea for it?
Um, I was wanting to write a book for children for a long time, and one day I was just trying to write, and nothing was coming up, and I started praying.
Mm.
And then it came to my mind that I write songs. I love to write songs since I was a child. So I decided to use that as inspiration to write a book.
Yeah.
And that's how I came up with the idea of um, comparing nature with music.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think it's such a great metaphor. I think it works very, very well. Um, Tell us a little bit about the target audience. What age children do you hope read this book?
I did it thinking about the age between 4, 8 years old. I actually search for any age, but
Mhm.
I'm looking that those ages are early readers, because that's the age that they know how to read, they
Mm.
can understand the language I'm using in the book, and I'm hoping to share my faith with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful, wonderful. And I love the fact that you take the elements of nature, such as bees and thunderstorms and crashing waves, and make them part of an orchestra. What are some of the other elements that you use in the book that are part of the masterpiece, the orchestral masterpiece?
Yes. When I'm talking about the different seasons, like fall, spring, in fall, I'm comparing the leaves when they are falling,
Mhm.
like an harp, when it's just flowing, that sound
Mhm.
of soothing sound. When I'm talking about winter, for example, like in music, we have silent notes. When we're composing like a music, so I use the winter for that time of sleeping, when everything go to sleep and there's no sounds because some animals are just sleeping during that time.
Mhm.
I compare storms like with cymbals, like drums.
Mhm.
Um, at the beginning of the book, I compared a goose with a trumpet because goose, like when they make that sound, is like a trumpet.
Mhm.
Um, the sound of the river, also the same thing. I compared it with streams. Uh, I'm doing that throughout
Yeah.
the whole book.
Yeah, yeah. And you got hummingbirds in there as well. The
Mhm.
silence of winter, all of it makes for a beautiful orchestral symphony, no doubt. And I see behind you, you've got all kinds of musical instruments. Tell us about your life as a musician and a composer and all of that stuff.
Yes, this is my music studio. Like my dad
Mhm.
and I, we love music, so we are building like our recording studio inside the house.
Mhm.
I'm not an expert, like I'm still learning,
Mhm.
but most of the stuff I do is play piano. I love to play the piano. Normally, what I do, I spend the first 2, 3 hours in the morning just playing the piano and coming up with new songs.
Mhm.
Uh, I always try to share like whatever I learned, whatever is I'm feeling in the moment, I try to put it in a lyric, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Wonderful. Have
Yeah,
you envisioned this book as an animated feature, perhaps for children, a cartoon or a movie or something like that?
definitely. I would love to do that. Definitely would love to do that because there's so much we can do with nature. Like every time that I see I read again the book, I'm like, man, there's a lot of stuff we can do with this.
Yeah.
Nature is a good source of inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, it would have such a beautiful soundtrack. You could actually get the hummingbirds and the
hmm
bees and the waves and all of that and create the beautiful sounds that you're talking about. I think that would be just terrific. I think the Beach Boys experimented using animal sounds as well. So I think there's a precedent for it, and I think it'd be just amazing. Is this your first time writing a children's book?
Yes, actually, it's my first published book. Yes.
Okay. Are you thinking about writing a sequel? Are you thinking about writing any more?
Actually, yes, I already finished my second book. It goes with the same type of writing. This one is gonna talk about where God is. So I
Mhm.
want to explain to children that everywhere they go, when they go to the park, when they go to the forest, they can find God over there. And at
Wonderful.
the end of the book, I just want to share the message that God is in our hearts. That's where He
Mm.
wants to live.
Wonderful, wonderful. You're a woman of great faith. Tell us a little bit about your spiritual journey and your faith in God and why it's such an important central message of this book.
Yes. I grew up in a Christian family, like all my family, we are Christians. So I grew up in church. Since I was little, like I had different multiple experiences with the Lord. Like I remember when I was a kid, one day I heard the voice of the Lord talking to me when I was in my bedroom. So since that day, I started loving the Lord. I just began to grow in my faith.
Mm,
After that, when I became an adult, I went through a really difficult experience.
mhm,
I was uh, I was in a toxic relationship. I was
mhm,
abused. So living in during those 10 years in that darkness with anxiety and depression, in
mm,
that moment, I knew the Lord that heals, the
mm.
Lord that restores, the Lord that helps us overcome all the challenges we can go through in life. So since then, since I became free of all of that, I decided to make that the center message of everything I write.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we're glad you did. I think it's going to be helpful to children, families, and anyone else who comes across your beautiful work. The illustrations in the book are wonderful as well. Tell us about those. Did you create those or did you work with an illustrator?
I work with Illustrator. Yeah, I had a team do the illustrations for me. They did an amazing job. I'm
Mhm.
really, really grateful with them.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a great job. It kind of brings to life the beautiful words that you've put down on paper, and you get to see that wonderful orchestra as well. And are you thinking about an audio version of this book or anything? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I would love to do that right now. Like, my finances are not that good,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm working on that. I would like to do audio, and also people are asking me to translate it in Spanish. So
Mhm.
that's the next step with this book.
Wonderful, wonderful. Then it would reach an even broader audience, having the book in English and in Spanish. And of course, for people who want to listen to the book in an audio version, that would be great as well. And do you envision parents reading this book to the children at certain ages and perhaps having a good conversation with them about nature, the beauty of nature, the sounds of nature, and of course, God's influence?
Yes, that's the purpose of this book is to give the parents the resource to have this topic with them because sometimes we don't know how to explain to children these meaningful faith beliefs. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to talk center topics with them. How we can what language we need to use for them to understand what we're trying to tell them. This book is for that. It's to help parents. Hey, this is a new way that you can explain to them that God is everywhere. That
Yeah.
nature actually, he was created, he created nature and nature worships him too, like we do.
Exactly. And when you look out at how beautiful the sea is, how beautiful the sky is, the night stars, the dead of winter, the beautiful trees, I think all of it is really evidence of God. I mean, if you look at the beauty of it, how everything works together, from human beings to animals to trees to insects to the bodies of water and land, don't you think that's all like proof of God when you look at how beautiful the world is?
I do. Actually, when I went to college, I did a degree in biology because of that.
Mhm.
Because I saw it like this is the evidence that God is real. So I wanted to know more God through the biology and nature's in it. Like I learned everything about the biology in nature. And that's why that's the main focus right now with my writing. Like I just want people to know that when they go outside of their houses, God is over there. Like it,
Absolutely.
yeah.
God is all around us. You can see
hmm
his masterpieces everywhere if you take the time to look and smell the roses and stop and listen to the bees and the hummingbirds and the crashing waves and the claps of thunder. And you have pointed that all out to us with your wonderful book. Children will be inspired, families will be connected, and they will be smiled upon by the grace of God, I believe, if they read this book and take it to heart. The name of the book is Nature is God's Symphony, and Gloriangeliz Solano has crafted a truly heartwarming and lyrical children's book that connects God's creation with the beauty of music. It is a must-read for families, classrooms, and Sunday schools looking to nurture awe, gratitude, and a deeper spiritual connection. Gloria Angeles, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you to you.
Oh, my pleasure. Great having you on the show. I appreciate your great faith, your great talent, and your insight. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time.